to go live. Okay. Hello, hello, and welcome everyone. How's everybody today? Hello, hello, and welcome everyone. How's everybody today? Let me turn this down. More Money Terry from St. Louis, Missouri. Doing a rundown for Illinois because I'm in Illinois right now, being state specific. Because I had eye surgery and I'm over here with my daughter, and she's nursing me to health. So, as you know, PICK-3 at a glance, my acronym is OPPB. Be organized, be patient, be persistent, and stick with a budget. That's the key to success with PICK-3. PICK-3, I specialize in PICK-3 because it's been good to me and it's trackable, teachable, and doable. So when I came up with my strategy after 30 years of playing, I came up before playing PICK-3. I came up with it after I got tired of losing, and I really couldn't find anything that was suitable for me to, that I felt confident in the numbers that I was playing. When I won and how I won, I would win and not know where to go and get my next numbers without running to books or different places, running tic-tac-toe, date sums, and playing license plates and birthdays and addresses and things to win. But I did not know why I won. So it just dawned on me that to really win and know why I'm winning, I really needed to know what all 1,000 numbers was doing. And with that in mind, I decided to put together a strategy that I could always track the 1,000 numbers and know what was going on with those 1,000 numbers. And that's why when I put this sheet together and start looking at things, that's why I called it PICK-3 at a glance, where I could write it out on paper. Back then, you didn't have the tablets and all that stuff that we got today. But I could write it down on paper and understand what I was looking at any time and know why I was playing my numbers, which was very, very helpful and added value to my method of playing. So what we have here is that you're looking at is one of the strategies which I call the PICK-3 at a glance strategy, which is strategy number 1. It's the first strategy I came up with. I found 22 numbers that I could do the 1-1-1-1 rundown on. And with those 22 numbers, I knew I had all 1,000 numbers and their possible combinations. They all came out. So whenever I would win or a winning number would come in, I automatically knew how to find that number on any of the 22 columns. And that way I wouldn't be guessing what was going on with the 1,000 numbers. I wouldn't have to guess. So this is what my method is all about. This is what I'm going to share with everyone. And like I always say also, is the box and the trolls that come on your channel. I don't really bother with them. If they don't bother you all, they don't bother me, because for them to do whatever it is they get out of doing it to me, I feel they just need some love. I just feel they need love. So I'm going to answer in the chat any questions. I'm going to do a Q&A after the live because my main objective here is everybody that's a subscriber or following me is getting them in the winner circle and getting us in the winner circle, no matter what state you're at. Pick-3 at a glance work for any state, anywhere in the world, when they're using 1,000 numbers to win. And that's my objective, my simple objective of keeping it simple. So, like I said, if the bots don't bother you all, what they say and do, they won't bother me because I've come, I'm 73 years old. I've come to the conclusion people are the way they are because they experience some really bad things in their lives that half of us can't even imagine what some people, especially as kids, have went through that they might share with people and they might not share with people from the hands of their own relatives, their own mother and father. I remember it was a time I was dating a girl and she couldn't stand her mother. And I came from a loving mother and I just couldn't understand that. I just couldn't understand how she hated her mother, seemed like. And I realized that everybody is not privileged in life to have a good mother, a good father, a good family. And so that makes me real accepting of people and the struggles that people go through. Even though I might not understand it, I can accept that everybody don't get the same love, not even as a child. And especially today, our kids are really needing guidance and love today because it's too much out here for them to be exposed to. And if they're not getting it from home and getting it somewhere else, and you wonder what happened to your child, is because we're turning them over to social media and not making time and quality time with our kids. But I just said that the trolls and the bots do not bother me. Like I said, somehow they liking some kind of love in their lives. So to say this, I'll do the chat at the end to kind of help us get around the bots. And anything you want to ask me, I can answer then. And then I have other subscribers that'll come on. And if I don't answer a specific question, they've been with me a long time, they probably can answer it for you as I continue to try to get us in the winner's circle. So I'm in Illinois, and I'm doing Illinois evening draw. And yesterday, even Illinois evening draw was 361. So that 361, what I'm going to be doing is trying to find out where that 361 is on the 22 columns with the 22 numbers, on what column to find it and mark it off. And that's strategy number one. Okay? So what we have here in strategy number one, I'm going to do what we call a 111 rundown. That's the only rundown that you're going to have to ever need to worry about when you follow me with the Pick-3 at a glance strategy. And I'm the type of guy that I like to keep everything simple. I use the KISS effect. Keep it super simple. I keep everything super simple where I can explain it to anyone because, believe it or not, I struggled to make C's in school. I did. I really did that halfway because I didn't like getting up in the morning. I really did. I thought the Lord was punishing me, getting me up that early in the morning. My brain didn't function until 12 p.m. and I was going to school at 7. So most of school was over by the time I woke up. So that's what I'm telling y'all. It wasn't because I'm really that dumb. It was just because I wasn't woke. So that's what I'm saying. Everybody got their challenges. So here we go. I'm going to do the 111 rundown on the 361 that came in Illinois evening draw. And that's the one. And you have many different rundowns. You have hundreds of different strategies out there to try to figure out how to get the winning number. And they use rundowns. And the 111 is one of the rundowns. So we got 361 if you're new, I'm going to show you how to do a rundown. So 1 to 3 is 4. 1 to 4 is 5. 1 to 5 is 6. 1 to 6 is 7. 1 to 7 is 8. 1 to 8 is 9. 1 to 9 gives you 10, but in lottery math, you only use single digits. You always break a number down to a single number. In lottery math, you could only do single digits. So 1 to 9 is 10, but you're only going to use the 0 on the right-hand side, and you're not going to use the 1. So you're going to add 1 to 1. 1 to 0 is 1. 1 to 1 is 2. And then 1 to 2 gives you your 3. Same number at the top, you get at the bottom, okay? Now, here we're doing the same thing. You're kind of basically just counting straight down. 1 to 6 is 7. Then you got your 8. Then you got your 9. Then you know 1 to 9 would be the 10, but you don't use the 1, you just use the 0. Then 1 to 0 is 1. 1 to 1 is 2. 1 to 2 is 3. 1 to 3 is 4. 1 to 4 is 5. And 1 to 5, you get your 6. Same number at the top. You get at the bottom, you add it, bottom, you get top, you add it correctly. And again, you're just going to count straight down. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 0, and 1. Now, this is your rundown with the 111 rundown. And like I said, I took 22 numbers and I did the same 1-1 rundown on those 22 numbers that are base numbers. I call them base numbers. They're 22 base numbers. And I took those and I did the 1-1 rundown on those 22 base numbers. And when you have a winning number that comes in like this 361 in Illinois evening draw, which was the winning number, then you want to look for the one of those 22 base numbers will be in that rundown and what column. All right. And that's going to be on this paper that I just showed you on the columns. And I'll show you in a minute here. So after you do it for a while, you're going to automatically know those 22 base numbers when you do the rundown, and you automatically be able to find them. So here, I know that the base number you see here is 250, but the base number is going to be under 225. Same number, but just a different way, because these are singles. Singles can come 6 different ways. So if you knew, you understand, like the 361, it can come 361. It can come 316. It can come 136. It can come 163. It can come 613. And it can come 631. And usually, most people will, what they call, do a box or any or a combination, because if they know, say you know for sure that this number, this 361 is coming, but you don't know exactly what order is going to come in out of the 1,000 numbers, so you would ensure the box that any way it would come, you'd win. Okay, any way that it would come, you would win. So you would say any order combo. So most people play it like 50, most states let you play it 50 cent straight and 50 cent boxed or anyway. So so straight, you win the bonus prize, not the bonus, but you win the jackpot prize. So if your state like Illinois, I think is 500, if you play it $1 straight, you win $500. The 361 and it comes in. But like you say, if you don't know what way it's going to come, I believe it's you play a straight box, so you get the any order, which is $50, and then you get the straight order would be 250. So you're gonna get 250 on this side, and you're gonna get I believe it is $50. I believe it is $50 on this side. It's been a long time since I played it. No, I think it's the same. So that gives you like $300 on the straight box like that. That's how that works. So, and also, if you playing doubles, if you're new, doubles can come three different ways. And like say the number you play is 122, then it can come 212, and it can come 221. So that's the three any order on double numbers. Doubles are numbers with two numbers like numbers in them. Singles got three separate numbers, and triples, they can come only one way, like triple zeros. They only come one way. When I first was new with lottery, and I went to the store and asked the lady to give me triple zeros. In that way, we call them box. And she said they don't come box; they can only come straight. So that's right. They all got three same numbers. So any way they come, they're gonna be straight. So you can't play triples box or any order. That's the only ones you can't do that way. So like I was saying, this number can come six different ways. So when you do the 1-1 rundown on it, this 250 on my column will show as 025. Okay, it's going to show as 025. Now, with that 025, I'm going to bring out my sheet here, and my sheet, I'm going to look for what column this 025 is going to be under. See here? Here's the master sheet number 1 with the 22 columns that can come. All these numbers can come six different ways, and I see that 025 is under column 9. Okay, so when I look on the column 9, I'm going to find that 361 that came in, but it might not be as 361. It may be in another format, and here it is right here, right underneath the 02 is 136. Okay, so that 136, what I would do, I'll just mark it off, and bam, you're done. Reason being, any winning number come in will always be on one of these columns. So at a glance, you'll always be able to track by you knowing that these columns come six different ways. So you're looking at 60 numbers on each column. So it would have been 12 of them. 12 times 60 gives you 720 of those 1,000 numbers you're looking at right here. Every time they come out, you'll always know what's going on with those 720 of those 1,000 numbers. It's almost 75% of those 1,000 numbers at a glance you're looking at. That you can't beat that. No guessing on what's going on with those numbers. And your probability of being able to track the numbers and being able to make a better summation of how to win would be a lot better knowing what's going on with those numbers. That's how I do it. Now, so you know that there's 720 of those numbers. And the numbers I call the base numbers here, these are standard numbers. I just came up with these numbers after reading a lot of books and experimenting and making my own graphs and my own sheets. I made it work. I finally got it where I could get 720 of those numbers. And the base numbers I came up with was column 1 is 012. And a lot of my subscribers, they just write the 12 numbers down and do the 111 rundown on them, and they got this master sheet here for the singles. And the numbers is 012, 013. Everything's in numerical order. That's what keeps it so simple. 012, 013, 014, 015, 016, 017, 018, 024, 025, and 026 for column 10. 11 is 027, and 12 is 037. And you can screenshot it if you want. Okay? So, and they just do the 1-1 rundown. And when you do the 1-1 rundown, one of these base numbers will always be in that rundown. It might not be in the same order as the old two because everything's a numerical order up here. And you just go to that and you mark it off. Now, the only thing, if you do the 1-1 rundown on the winning number to come in and you don't see it in the rundown, then the probability and more likely is the actual base number. So you would just go up and check off the base number showing that it came in for that month. Because the base numbers will come in because they're part of the 1,000 numbers. All right, let me get you something else here. There's an app that you can use to do the 1-1 rundown yourself. It's real simple and easy to use. It's called PICK-3 Rundown. It's a PICK-3 Rundown app. All right. Here it is. Right here. And you can download it on your phone. Let me go here. And you want to download it and you're going to hit here. It's going to say Blind Squirrel LLC. And what you do, you enter the winning number into these three circles here, which is 361. You're going to hit here and the window should come up. 361, 361. Wait a minute. How'd I do that? Okay. 361. And you're going to see all these different rundowns that people try to use to win. They're fine and good, but they don't show you all the total 1,000 numbers. They just show you a fraction of what you need to know to win by looking at all the 1,000 numbers. So we're going to use the 1-1-1 rundown. And we're going to tap right there. And here, you're going to see everything that I did manually. The app does in seconds. And you'll see all the same numbers I came up with, it came up with. And see here, you got the 472, the 583, the 694, you have the 705, the 816, the 927, you also have the 038, you have the 149, and you have the 250. Okay? And you would know that the base number is that 250. So you again go to the column, find the 025, because it's going to be in numerical order. You go to the 025, which is column 9. And here's your 136, and you mark it off. Bam, you're done. Simple as that. Now, here is strategy number 2. What I've done here with strategy number 2 is I found that the single pairs. Out of the 1,000 numbers, this triangle will tell me what pairs came in and what pairs didn't. And the principle of this is that we're working off the law average, and what we're trying to do is finding the numbers that are played, the less in the pool, are the numbers that we want to play that's left. Law average, you're looking to play what's left, so you can play those numbers to win with. Okay, so what I wanted to do is find out what pairs was left each month that I could transfer over to the next month to working with the law average, because those would be the pairs I would be looking to play and make my numbers out of to win with. So here we mark off, we know that we had the 361. You got 3 separate numbers, so you're going to have 3 separate pairs. And everything in here red is from the previous month that didn't come out, or the previous 2 months. You'll make note of how long it took for the pair to come out as you're tracking it. So here we take, let me make sure you can see, you're going to mark off Since you got three separate, see here where I had it in red, working with the law average, see that 13 showed up? They have to show up. See that 13 showed up? That's in red, that one, that's a hot number. The 16, see it didn't play last month. See how you can track and strategize, see what's going on with the numbers that you're not going to see with the tic-tac-toe, the date sums, the grids, the flips, and multiple different rundowns. Right here, you see the 16. You marked, so you knew that those didn't come last month. And you see where you picked them up this month. So if you was looking to play, you might have played the 13, the 16, and then the 136, and when you check off this 36 here that did fall last month, that's why it ain't underlined, and you'd had your number. That's how I do. I can take my pairs and match them up to see what numbers I play. Now the thing is, now you can track all the numbers, but you can't play all the numbers. So that's what I say. What I mean by being able to build a skill set and a strategy for your state's numbers to just about know what's the best numbers for you to play and how you want to play them. Looking at all those numbers, knowing what pair ain't played, knowing what number has not played, because you tracking them right here. All this is right in front of your face on this one sheet. Okay? Now, if you had, say, a double to come out, like 448, you only got two separate numbers, so you're going to mark off the double fours, which haven't came in yet. That's why they're still under red. And you're going to mark off the 48, which I see came out already. I would mark it off. Okay? Now, if you had a triple to come in, which is only a single number, then what you would do is mark off, like say it's triple twos, you mark off the double twos. That lets you know them pairs, them double pairs up here came in. Or if it was triple zeros, which say triple zeros, double zeros didn't fall last month at all. Double threes, I just hit that 338 because I knew 33 hadn't failed and I knew what column I was looking at to win off of. This is how you build a skill set and strategy, because you're dealing with the actual numbers off of 22 columns, front pair, back pair. And the way I won big here using this strategy and went to the winner circle is 38 pair. Doing this here, I realized I hadn't failed for 128 days. So anybody that was playing a 38 pair didn't hit nothing using 3-8 for 128 days. What is that, about 4 months? That's why it's imperative that you know what's going on with those pairs at all times before you start playing your numbers. Now, so what I did is I wheeled that 38 pair, and this is what I call the wheel to win. Alrighty. Let me find the paper here. I took the 38 pair. Take this here. I have to find. Let me give me a minute to find the sheet of paper here. Give me another sheet of paper. This daggone marker bleeds through to the other side of the paper, so I can't flip it over, because it looks all messed up and I flip the paper over. So I have to get a new sheet every time. So what you do, when I say will, that 38 pair hadn't came in for 128 days. So I willed it. When I won, I know I'm building my bucket list of numbers I'm playing and how I'm going to play them in my mind and also on paper. I wheeled it down, and this is what you call it. I did 380, 381, 382, 383, 384, 385, 386, 387, and 388, and 389. And when I did that, by tracking and knowing what's going on with the numbers, not guessing what's going on with them, because I know what's going on with them because I'm watching them. I knew this 385 was going to be hot. And I had my reasoning, because like I said, you build a strategy and a skill set. And by doing that, what I did, I loaded up on this 385. and it came in. And I played the whole column 50-cent box. All right, Salvador. And I played the whole column 50-cent box, which let me know, and I knew this was hot. And you'll know what numbers are the good numbers to start looking at as you track and build your strategy and your skill set for your state's numbers and how they rotate. So that's what you call a wheel. And that was on strategy number 2. And if you go back and look at my previous videos, I explain how to use that pretty well. And then here, this is strategy number 3, tracking the individual single digits in each position that they fall in the winning number that comes in. And here you have it here. Thank you. Thank you, Salvador. So what you have here with the 3, 6, 1 that come in, they always said the number was cold, but I always want to know where I'm going to play the code number when it comes in. So I had nothing to tell me what position to play that code number in. So I made 3 columns from 0 to 9, 0 to 9, 0 to 9. That way, I always know what position the winning numbers came in. So like here, I know the 3 for the month just fell in the front position. The 6 in the middle then fell twice. And the 1 then fell twice on the end. So the objective of this, any number that I don't mark off by the end of the month, I'm going to transfer over to the next month, working with the law average. Because it takes these numbers, these 1,000 numbers, about 3 years to rotate out. Starting from beginning to end, you got 1,000 numbers. To go through those numbers and rotate out, it's going to take about 3 years for these numbers to change positions. So that's why it's imperative that you rotate the numbers over so you can see what they're doing from month to month. Now, reason being, my everyday carry, I don't carry no numbers unless I didn't track them like I didn't deal with this strategy. 927 hadn't played in Illinois when I came over at none last year on evenings. So I picked it up and made it my everyday carry. And then if, say for instance, I'm playing 927 and I realized by the end of the month this 9 hadn't hit in this position, then I would play my 927 as 279 and 729, the other 2 ways it can come with that 9 on the back. All right? So I know how to play it now, so the likelihood of it coming in these 2 ways is greater. And for me to hit, I play this straight box, these 50 straight, that's like $2. My budget is around $3 to $5 a day when I play. I'll take it to $2 a day, just depending on what's going on and what I see as I read the numbers. And how I won here with this one, tracking the numbers, I realized that a 7 didn't fall in, like this is June. In May, that no 7s fell in May at all with no numbers. And I thought I had missed something and was tripping. I say, nah, I know a 7 had to fall for a whole month. But to my surprise, not a 7. And I was almost to the end of this month and no 7s. So quite naturally in Missouri, I loaded up on 777s. And I played 7-7 front, 7-7 back, if you know what that is. And I played, did the wheel on the double 7, 50-cent box. Plus I played 777. That was a good payday. That was a good payday. Okay? So these are the things you can look at when you're tracking your actual 1,000 numbers. Now, if you're used to the tic-tac-toe, the date sums, the different multiple grids, you're going to see how imperative it is for you to actually track the actual 1,000 numbers to see what's going on with them. All right? Also here's the double sheet that I have for the doubles. If a double was to come in with the 1-1 rundown, one of these base numbers will always be in the rundown. And here's the columns. You got 10 columns on the doubles. And those base numbers are 001, column 1, 002, column 2, 003, column 3, 004, column 4, 005, column 5, triple zeros, column 6, 001, column 7, 002, column 8, I mean, I'm not 002, 022, and 011. I think I said that right. I'm not sure. 011 is column 7, 022, column 8, 033, column 9, 044, column 10. You have all 280 of those doubles and triples right here at a glance. You'll be able to look at.
Go to the front. No, go to the front. Go
Uh,
back to the front.
okay,
No, you was just in the front. Go back to the front. Stop doing it. No, go back
okay.
to the front.
So
Go back
now,
to the front. No, no, go back.
now here,
Go back to the front. No, you don't.
I got my grandkids. They out for summer. You hear them? They loud. Yeah. But now you have the 9 times the 30 gives you 270 on the doubles. And then you have the one on the triples only come one way. It's 10 of those. So you got your 280, your 720, plus it gives you your 1,000, 1 in 1,000 odds. And you can track them all on 22 columns. And with the other strategies that I just showed you. All at a glance. No problem. That you're just not going to see what the grids, the root sums, the date sums, the tic-tac-toes, and the multiple different rundowns. You're just not going to be able to see all that. It's imperative that you have that information to add value to the way you plan to win. Now, this here is the final strategy here is tracking the front pairs and the back pairs. I use this for tracking the triples. Other than that instance where I told you about hitting the sevens, and you'll run into instances like that. I had to play those sevens unless I was blind, crippled, or crazy. You know what I'm saying? Because there's no way I was going to play sevens and no sevens hit no number for a whole 2 months. I don't know, and that's the kind of stuff that happens with these 1,000 numbers because there's really no rhyme or reason to how they're going to fall. They all random. And when people come on here and say that they're random, I don't have anything to do with but agree with them. And as you track it, you're going to realize there's no rhyme or reason to how these numbers fall. There's nothing out there that's going to tell you what numbers are coming the next day. The only thing that you have is to your advantage is the law average. And that's a small percentage. That's only 30% of what you're going to be able to get out of those 1,000 numbers for a whole year. And you'll see that it'll be more realistic to you when you start playing. And you'll know how you won and how you lost. You'll know what column you might have missed not playing on, or what column you need to stay on when you start tracking, or what column is hot. Or you'll be able to track. You'll be able to track. But here's the front pair and back pair. So now we've got the 3-6. We want to say the 3-6. This is a yearly strategy here. I do this for the whole year because I want to see what pairs are left toward the end of the year that's best for me to pick out to play. Now, here's 36. What is it? Yeah, 36. I'm going to see if it fell out okay on the top. Both of these numbers same, top and bottom. 36 didn't fall all year. This first time it fell for the whole year. 36 on the front. And let's see what the 61 did for the whole year. This is the first time the 61 fell on the back for the whole year. Now I got my eyes on everything that ain't failed because I'm watching what's going on with them. And you'll build a skill set and strategy for how you're going to use these numbers that haven't failed as you go on. So now I know that the 36 didn't fail on the first time for the year, and I know that the 61 didn't fail. The way I do triples, I do not play triples at all through the whole year to around November, December. If no triple has fallen, if triple or 2 triples or 3 triples have fallen, I don't play triples for that whole year. I want no triples for the whole year up to at least 12 months, 11 months, nothing. Then I'll look on this sheet here and I'll look to see the best triples to play because see here you got the 0-0, the 1-1, the 2-2, the 3-3, the 4-4, the 5-5, the 6-6, the 7-7, the 8-8, and the 9-9 to see what's going on. And you got the same thing on the back. So what I look for, if one of these doubles don't fall on the front or the back, the 0-0 and the 0 front and 0-0 back, then 0-0 is going to be my triple I'm going to play in November and December. The way this happened when I hit in 2022, triple eights, 8 front only fell once in January on the front end. And the whole rest of the year, no triples fell. And 8 didn't fall on the front or the back for the whole year. So when I got to November and December, I started looking at playing triple eights, and I told my subscribers back then too in Missouri, pick up those eights, and they came in. Working with the law average, they had to match up. And what I do is match the front pair, just like I did this 3-6 that we just did. Okay, if I notice that this 3-6 don't fall all the way up to November, December, or the 6-1 don't fall either, that's my number to play is 3-6-1. And especially if I realize that the 3-6-1 didn't fall for the whole year by doing the tracking, all you're doing is let the numbers tell you what you need to do. Working with the law average. So if you see that 1-1 ain't fail, no triples didn't fail because you're only gonna get 3 on the average a year. That's why I don't play triples. Some people play triples every day. Some people do. I mean, if it's working for them, it's working for them. That's all I can say. Then it hasn't worked for me. And if the 1-1 on the front ain't played and the 1-1 on the back ain't played, then my triple is gonna be triple ones. Okay. And that's how I play triples, and I won every triple that I played. And just because I don't play them every year or all year, that's why because I wait till things line up for me to play triples because you don't pay no more money. So why would I play them all day and all year? In Missouri, they was playing triple sevens like crazy. I guess they read a book or somebody told them triple sevens coming. Not a 7 in sight. And matter of fact, we only got 3 triples for midday and evening for the whole year. For midday, we got the triple zeros and the triple twos. And evening, we only got triple zeros for the whole year. See why I don't play triples? Not unless I play them like that. Or I see them, see the reason to play them. That's the only way I play triples. And I played triple nines one year because triple nines hadn't failed midday or evening for 9 years. So that was easy for me to remember in one of those. In Missouri, triple nines didn't play for 9 years, midday or evening. So when I learning this tracking, and when I seen nines didn't fall on the front and back, I went back to see the last time nines had failed evening, and it was 9 years. And I said, shoot, let me see how long it took for them to fall midday. So I was definitely playing them midday and evening at that time. That's what I mean by tracking the actual numbers and knowing what's going on with them to get you in the winner's circle. So another thing I have to show you with the PICK-3 at a glance strategy is how to do mirrors. And if you're a novice and you're just starting, you need to know the difference between mirrors and flips because a lot of people don't understand mirrors and flips and they change them when they're totally different. And they had me totally confused when I got out here to try to learn how to play PICK-3 myself. I was confused. But I wanted to make sure with my subscribers that they definitely know the difference between mirrors and flip numbers. Mirrored numbers are numbers that you add +5 to the numbers from 0 to 9. Okay? Flip numbers, which they call flips, is you add +3 to the numbers from 0 to 9. All righty? Now, that being done, from the 0 to 9, you're going to add 5 to 0. You're going to get 5. 5 to 1, you get 6. 5 to 2, you get 7. 5 to 3, you get 8. 5 to 4, you get 9. This is what you call mirrors. Or they'll call these sister numbers, or they'll call them opposite numbers. And that's only on the mirrors, because 0 mirrors a 5, 5 mirrors 0, 1 mirrors a 6, 6 mirrors a 1. 2 mirrors are 7, 7 mirrors are 2, 3 mirrors are 8, 8 mirrors are 3, 4 mirrors are 9, 9 mirrors are 4. Now, with that being said, so you took the 1,000 numbers and divide them in half. The top half of the numbers would be triple zeros to 499, which is easy to understand, I would think. And the bottom numbers would be zeros, 500 to 999. So you got the lower numbers, you got the smaller numbers on top, and the higher numbers on the bottom. So if you play 0, 1, 2, and the lottery played 5, 6, 7, they just mirrored your number. And they do that. They just mirrored your number. Vice versa. You play 5, 6, 7, they play 0, 1, 2. They mirrored your number. You see? 0, same as 5, 5. 0 mirrors a 5, 5 mirrors 0. 1 mirrors a 6, 6 mirrors a 1. 2 mirrors a 7, 7 mirrors a 2. Same numbers. If you play 1, 2, 3, and they mirrored and did 6, 7, 8, or vice versa, they just mirrored your number. Right here, same way. 1 mirrors a 6, 6 mirrors a 1, 2 mirrors a 7, 7 mirrors a 2, 3 mirrors a 8, 8 mirrors a 3. 1, 2, 2, they play 6, 7, 7, they just mirrored your number, or vice versa. Triple zeros, you play triple zeros, they play triple fives, they just mirrored your number. You play triple fives, they play triple, and you see that'll happen in lottery when you're playing. Okay, and you need to know that. Now, flips is the same way here. Flips, you're going to add 3 to the numbers from 0 to 9. You add 3 to the 0, you get 3. 3 to 1, you get 4. 3 to 2, you get 5. 3 to 3, you get 6. 3 to 4, you get 7. 3 to 5, you get 8. 3 to 6, you get 9. 3 to 7, you're going to get 10, but you don't use the 1, you just use the 0 because you always work with single digits. 3 to the 8, you get 11, which you just use the 1. 3 to the 9, you get 12, you just use the 2. Okay, now see here, you see the difference in these numbers, same numbers, but you come out with a different outcome. So you got 0, 1, 2, the mirror 0, not the mirror, the flip of 0, 1, 2 is 3, 4, 5. You get 1, 2, 3, the flip of it is 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 2, flip of it is 4, 5, 5. And triple zeros, the flip of it is triple threes. All right? So whenever somebody is saying a mirror and they say a 3 on a 0, they ain't talking about mirrors, they talking about flips. Or if they say a flip and they add a 5 to that 0, they ain't talking about flips, they talking about a mirror, and they're interchanging on you. So that's what you need to know, because I know if you're anything like me and you're a student and you want to do good in the lottery, you're probably not going to just look at my channel. You're going to be looking at other channels, and that's going to definitely be a question that you need to understand, or you might going to have to ask if you don't see this channel and it's been properly explained to you. And I try to go through this every day with everybody because it's going to be a great help to help you get in the winner circle. Okay. So now my reason this here don't hold through. Like I can look at here and see that, okay, a 0 and a 5, they about the same. That makes sense. Here, I don't understand it. I'm just using it to help my subscribers understand it. Because here you got a 1 is a 4 and a 4 is a 1 and an 8 is a 1 and a 1 is 8. Now, which one of these is true? I don't know which one of them is true. Both of them can't be true. So how am I supposed to gauge off how I'm going to play the numbers or how I'm going to use this to win? And I haven't seen anybody explain it where I can understand it yet. They say something about a 1 off or numbers are 1 off, or I think somebody came up with this first and somebody say they want to make a 1, 2, and that's what they did. So that's my theory. But this here makes sense. Okay, top number, bottom numbers, 1,000 numbers directly divided in half. Okay, and the reason why that's so powerful, and for you to understand with the PICK-3 at a glance strategy, is every one of these numbers, every one of these columns, doubles and singles, mirror each other. Every one of these columns mirror each other. I'm going to go in the center because I think it's easier for you all to see. This 024, the mirror it is 579. See there? 579. This 135, the mirror it is 680. See the 680? The 246, the mirror of it is 791. See it right there? All of them mirror each other. Now, when you're working with the law of average, you want to see the the numbers that haven't fallen. And those are your numbers you're going to start building your bucket list off of to play. And you'll see how that falls together as you start tracking your numbers and playing. say for instance, on this column 8, like I said, this O24. If this O24 don't fall off of your columns and you track it, if this O24 don't fall, and this is mirrored number 579, I'm in the wrong column. 579 don't fall, then those two you definitely want to play, because by the law average, 9 out of 10, one of those are going to come out without having to play the whole column. Because see, each one of these columns, it could take 6 months, not 6 months, because the longest I've seen for a column to hit, if it hasn't hit in a while, is 3 to 4 months. Yeah, one of these columns of these 60 numbers can take 3 to 4 months to hit. And when you bouncing all over the place, playing all them different numbers and not knowing why you playing them, you might be getting off a column that might be getting ready to hit a numbers. You might be getting off a column that's getting ready to hit to play some numbers that ain't gonna hit over somewhere else. I look at when I have a column that ain't played in 60 days, my eye is on that column to start getting it ready to pull my numbers off of. Because I already know I do one of these this is a monthly sheet I do every month, and whatever numbers is on here, I mark them off and move them from month to month, so I'll know what numbers haven't hit. I always know what column is due, and I always know what numbers are due off of that column. Let me say again. I always know what columns are due. If a column ain't hit in 6 months, I'll know that column is due, and I'll always know what numbers ain't fell off that column. And the numbers that ain't fell is the numbers I'm playing. So basically what I did when I came to Illinois, I went back and I took my sheet, the master sheet. I didn't do all this here because it's not necessary at that over here now for me. And I went back 6 months to January, and I marked all the numbers that fell that fell off that sheet, off this sheet. And then I made me a list of the numbers that didn't fall, and those are the numbers that I play over here now for the rest of the year. Because I know by law average, those numbers, like I say, it takes 4 years, 3 years for them to rotate out. And what I used to do, I used to start over from scratch every year. Start over fresh. And then I realized that the numbers that didn't fall the previous year was all falling, like numbers that didn't fall in 2023 started falling in 2024. So then I was always playing the numbers that hadn't failed the previous year. But I didn't used to do that until I realized, because I wasn't winning. Like I said, okay, I'm tracking the numbers I know. And I was winning, but I knew I should have been winning better. And then I started realizing the previous numbers that didn't fall the year before was catching up with themselves the next year, and the year after that, and the year after that. That's why I started carrying my numbers from year to year. And at a glance, I had a master sheet like this too. At the end of during the year, about this time of the year, I make out a sheet where I got one glance where I can look at everything, a summary sheet, and then I got the individual sheets to look at also. But this is the heavy lifting. Once you go back and get the data, mark off the sheets, and a lot of people are doing it in their computers now, or making spreadsheets and making it up. I have a subscriber did that just last week. I helped her do that, and she just do everything in her computer. She got it all color coded. It's all pretty and everything. But I'd have all that stuff available for me. I just went black and white dude it. That's what it was for me. But and some pencil and some paper, because I couldn't did all that stuff. But I just, and this here I put together pacing, and I barely put this together on my own, but I got it done. But I love this because I can make notes on my paper. Okay, this ain't came, blase, mark this off. Yeah, this was hot, blah, blah, blah. And then, yeah, I can put my little notes over here. I love writing on the paper so I can see what's going on with the numbers. But yeah, every column, the singles and the doubles, that's what you do. You go back, mark off what's left, and play the numbers that's left. And if you got a lot of numbers left in your state, like, because a lot of numbers will repeat, then you might have to go back another 6 months a year. You can go, but it won't take you that long if you use the app. And once you learn the base numbers and everything, it won't take you that. Now, another thing that one of my subscribers, I knew she was thorough. I think it was a she. You know, it's hard to tell they because you know they names you can't go by what they are with their names. She told me like when you do that 111 rundown, like I just did here. Let me look at. Or when you do the app, she said when you want to find the base number will always have a zero in it. Like you won't have to go looking at all the numbers to try to see which one is the base number, because once you start doing those 22 numbers, like I automatically found, okay, I know the 2025 was the base number, because you'll start remembering the base numbers, but I won't have to be worried about any number that ain't got a zero in it, because all the base numbers have a zero. See here, all the base numbers have zeros. And I told you, remember I told you when you do the 1-1 rundown or you use the app, one of the base numbers will be in that rundown, unless it's the base number itself. Okay, I remember that. So that comes in as the winning number of the 1,000 numbers. See there, all the zeros, all of them got zeros. So quite naturally, you don't have to look at all the other numbers. Just look at the ones with the zero, and it'll tell you the base number and the column. For the doubles and the singles, all of them got zeros in them. So when you do a rundown, all of them got zeros, and that was, and now all the time I did this, I never realized that, and that blew my mind. But you know, two heads are always better than one. That let me know she knew what she was doing, knew what she talking about. Because I never looked at it like that. She probably one of them trigonometry people. I did good to get pre-algebra out of the way. And I said I knew I wasn't gonna never use it again because I didn't see no use for it. Okay, I think that's it. We're gonna go to the live, the Q&A. I hope if you got any questions, I can answer them for you here. Let's see what we got here. Salvador, hey Salvador, thank you for being with me, buddy. Salvador's been with me a long time. I think pretty much after I started the channel. Beep it. Hey, how you doing? B, I know it. Right. I'm glad, man, you've been doing it. I seen it in North Carolina. I see Shell. Let's see if we got anyone. See what we got here. Cause my anybody else on here? Okay, any questions, anybody? Welcome, family. Welcome, welcome. I'm glad you all were able to be with me today. Oh, you like that whale, huh? All right, Salvador. The other Terry might be, yeah, it might been, but it was unique because I didn't even think about that. I said, wow, they're absolutely right, and like that's what I'm saying. Everything you can use comes out good. Yeah, Tiffany. Yeah, yeah. You definitely need to separate them. That's what's going on. That's why you probably eliminated a lot of numbers. Yeah. I Sometime I think I try to explain that to everybody that you have to separate it. I don't know if I missed it in the videos. I got to figure out a way to make sure that don't happen because you're not the first one that did that, Tiffany. So somehow I got to figure out how to make sure and mention it that everybody has to separate. Well, because most of the channels tell people to play the numbers midday and evening. Oh, okay. But yeah, you're not the only one though, Tiffany. You're not the only one. So if you're not the only one, that means that I need to explain it better. I put the onus of me on that one. But thank you, because I'm a teacher, so I got to make sure that I was. Look, I had a whole lot of help in school. I had a whole lot of help in school because I was slow. I was. I had teachers that kept me out the class and everything. I really did. So I guess that what makes me so patient. And out of that, I got into management for 30 years. So that made me be a teacher because teachers were so good to me, helping me get where I needed to be. So I always say, some way I got to figure out to make sure they understand better, so that don't happen. Because I hate for people to go and add all the numbers and have to go back through, because I know the diligence it takes to get to where they need to be. All right. Anybody else? Glad you was on the live with me today. But you catch it up. Um, you catch it up. Anybody else? Got any questions? Okay. Well, I'm going to call it the evening. I appreciate everybody coming out and supporting the live. So, and anybody got any suggestions to help this channel better grow? If you can, just go back and hit the like button. But believe me, you're not going to offend me with no questions you ask, because I feel I can answer it, and if I can't answer it, you'll have me stumped to make me think harder. So, because like that zero, man, that was a diamond. That was really good, because it made me be able to find the numbers quicker. Because sometimes I'd be standing up there looking at all the numbers, say, now which one is my base number? That was beautiful. So it saved me a lot of time too. I still sometimes look, because if about three zeros, I say, okay, that is the base number 005 or is it 550? If somebody don't call it five, they know what I'm talking about. Okay, family. Good seeing everybody. Spend time with you all. So I'm gonna call it today. So like OPPB, okay, be organized, be patient, be persistent, stick with a budget. Stick with that budget. Don't, like I say, $3 to $5 is about all you need to spend if you're spending that much a day, or if you're not playing every day, okay? So, don't burn your money up. Don't burn yourself out. Them numbers will line up where you bang them. You're going to bang them. I got people banging them all over. They calling me and letting me know. They banging them, believe me. Oh, okay, Tiffany, I got you. Yeah, but yeah, you over the yeah. I see what you're saying. Wow. Yeah, yeah. It's hard to play that away. You almost need somebody to play for you. Yeah. Unless when you're over the road, like me, if I go out of town or something, I play my numbers like 14 days in advance. I play them more than, I play them like 14 days if I see that coming. Or if I'm on vacation, I play 7 days. All right, family. Everybody have a blessed day. Thanks for your support. And like I say, OPPB, play them till they come. Make that money, y'all. Peace and love. God bless. And if you're tracking, you'll soon be packing the lucky town.